you only follow the arrows in the direction in which they're pointing from beginning to end. So you start with X, X in tells you Y is out, Z is in. C is in tells you B is in, and A is out. B in tells you A is out, but B in does not tell you about the position of C. Think of the arrows like a one-way street. You only go in a certain direction. B is in, A is out, but B in, C could be in or out. We don't know. Same on the top chain. If Y is out, Z is in, but Y being out doesn't tell you where X is. X could be in, could be out. We don't know. And it might look easy here, but when you have much longer chains, people start to go backwards on them, which you do not want to do. Again, the games play on that common student misconception. So again, just laying out what the meanings are here. Follow them in the direction in which they're pointing. And that's that. Now, once again, we have both of them side by side, following them along. If P was in, Q is in, Z is out, at least one of A or B is also out, and maybe both because or is inclusive. But we have to note the or because one of those alone being out would be enough to satisfy the rule. So you could have P in, A out, and B in. You could have X in and B in along with A being out. That would all be fine. Contrapositive chain, if you have both A and B in, then Z is in, Q is out, both P and X are also out. But Z in doesn't tell you where A and B are. On the other diagram, Q in doesn't tell you where P and X are. So if we were told if Q is in, what must be true? We could say Z is out. And we could say at least one of A or B must also be out. But we wouldn't know anything about where P and X were in that particular circumstance. So the thing is that if you're starting at the beginning, you know a lot more than if you're starting at the middle. And if you're starting at the end, well, you can't really infer anything. But a lot of games will ask you about the middle specifically. They'll ask you about the beginning also, but asking about the beginning is easier because there's less ambiguity there. You just follow things along. But when they're asking about the middle, that's where people tend to look backwards. These two diagrams are not the only two possibilities for the entire game. Because if you're told if Q, you would know about Z being out, you would know at least one of A or B was also out, but you wouldn't know where P and X were. So P and X will kind of be on the fence. In that case where Q is in, P and X could be in, they could be out, one in, one out maybe, lots of ambiguity, lots of possibilities. So while these two diagrams happen to serve as examples of valid scenarios, if you simply listed who was in and who was out, there are still many more open-ended possibilities there. So again, just interpreting what these diagrams are looking like, what they mean, if you're starting at the beginning. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.